We are the future. That is not a cliché, it is a fact. We hold the power to shape the world we will inherit. The decisions we make today, the actions we take now, they all have consequences. We must recognize this power. We must use it wisely. Every generation faces challenges. Every generation has the opportunity to rise above. Our generation is no different. We face climate change, social injustice, and global inequality. These are big problems, but we are not powerless. We are not without hope. We have the energy, the passion, and the creativity to make a difference. We have the power to change the course of history. Let us not underestimate ourselves. Let us not squander this opportunity. Let us embrace the power of now. Let us shape a future worthy of our dreams. How do we shape the future? We start by taking action. We start by making conscious choices in our daily lives. We can reduce our carbon footprint. We can conserve water and energy. We can choose sustainable products. We can stand up for what is right. We can speak out against injustice. We can fight for equality and fairness for all. We can use our voices to advocate for those who cannot speak for themselves. We can be allies to the marginalized and the oppressed. We can educate ourselves about the issues facing our world. We can learn about different cultures and perspectives. We can engage in respectful dialogue and bridge divides. We can be the generation that embraces understanding and empathy. We can volunteer our time and talents to make a difference in our communities. We can support organizations working to create a better world. We can be the change we want to see. We can be the hope for a brighter future. Sometimes the challenges seem overwhelming. The problems seem too big to solve. But we must remember, even small actions can have a big impact. Every act of kindness, every effort to make a difference, every voice raised for justice, it all adds up. We don't need to wait for someone else to act. We don't need to wait for permission to make a difference. We can start right now, right where we are. We can start with ourselves, our families, our communities. Plant a tree, pick up trash, recycle, use less water. These may seem like small actions, but multiplied by millions of people, they can create a ripple effect of positive change. Never underestimate the power of one person to make a difference. Never underestimate the power of collective action to transform the world. Believe in yourself. Believe in your power to create change. Section 4. The ripple effect. Imagine a pebble dropped into a still pond. It creates ripples that spread outward, touching every part of the pond. Our actions are like that pebble. They create ripples of change that extend far beyond ourselves. When we choose to live sustainably, we inspire others to do the same. When we stand up for justice, we give courage to others to find their voices. When we show compassion and empathy, we create a more just and equitable world. Our actions have the power to inspire, to motivate, to empower others. We may never know the full impact of our actions, but we can be certain that our positive choices will create a ripple effect of change that will touch countless lives. Let us be the generation that chooses kindness over indifference. Let us be the generation that chooses action over apathy. Let us be the generation that chooses hope over despair. Let us create a ripple effect of positive change that transforms our world. Section 5. A legacy of light. Every generation leaves a legacy. What will ours be? Will we be remembered as the generation that destroyed our planet? Or will we be remembered as the generation that saved it? Will we be remembered for our apathy and inaction? Or will we be remembered for our courage and compassion? The choice is ours. We have the power to decide what legacy we will leave for future generations. Let us choose wisely. Let us choose to leave a legacy of light. Let us leave a legacy of a healthy planet where clean air and water are abundant and where nature thrives. Let us leave a legacy of a just and equitable society where everyone has the opportunity to reach their full potential. Let us leave a legacy of peace, understanding, and cooperation. Let us be the generation that future generations look back on with admiration and gratitude. Let us be the generation that dared to dream of a better world and had the courage to make it a reality. Section 6. Our time to rise. The future is not something that happens to us. It is something we create. It is time for us to rise to the occasion. It is time for us to embrace our power and responsibility to shape a better future. Let us not be afraid to dream big. Let us not be afraid to challenge the status quo. Let us not be afraid to stand up for what we believe in. The future is in our hands. Let us shape it with wisdom, courage, and compassion. Let us create a world where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. Let us create a future worthy of ourselves and generations to come. Our time is now. Let us rise to the challenge. Let us create the future we deserve.